Welcome to Boxing During Dinner, and as you can see, I'm alive. David last week said I had died after finally eating seafood.
We tried.
I was actually in Los Angeles doing some work, but I'm back this week, and as you can see here, the guy that's no stranger to Boxing During Dinner, Joey Twinkle Fingers Hernandez.
That's right.
He's back here with us.
Yeah, do it.
and this time, Joey, you're not in Alex's apartment like you've been in the past.
We
where we brought you like salad or McDonald's or something. Now, we're having RANDAZZO'S now, man. And
my favorite Italian restaurant.
Exactly. I was gonna say you're no stranger to this restaurant. Tell the people out there that we're not bullshitting when we say that this is the best Italian restaurant in South Florida.
Man, you know me. I love to eat. People know about me, my weight problems. This is my spot that I come to after every weigh-in, and I come a couple times a month. It's great.
So if he comes after every weigh-in, this is the power food that takes Joey Hernandez to victory.
It's a secret. It's a secret. I just said I let out a secret. I let out a secret.
Yeah, don't tell other fighters how he does it.
So now his opponents are going to block the entrance to RANDAZZO'S when he tries to come.
That's how you get fourth round knockouts.
But David and I were at the fights on Saturday where Joey fought, how do you pronounce his last name?
Brandon Bao.
Brandon Bao. And Joey won by fourth round TKO. Joey, talk about your performance. You said you were going to win in the fourth. You won in the fourth. And it's a fight that, it's not an opponent that's well known, but it inches you closer to a world title shot, doesn't it?
Of course. My boss, Don King, was very happy with the performance. I underestimated the kid. I feel like I'm going to knock this guy out. He came out with a pretty good jab. I felt a little flat the first couple rounds. I had a lot on my mind. On the way to the arena, me and my dad got in a fight. He didn't end up showing up to the fight. Personal problems being my dad's problem, but I came out a little flat, and I'm starting to notice that experience is starting to starting to factor in my career, and I see myself not really. I fight to the level of my guys. As the opponent I was fighting, and in the back I didn't really get up for the fight since I've been in big fights already, and I feel like I went out and did my thing. After the third round, I started loosening up. I caught him, and people are starting to tell me when I do hurt my opponent, I take him out, which I didn't do early in my career. And now with my career going on, when I smell blood, I take him out. And I was happy, even though I came out a little bit flat. The third and fourth round, I showed what I could do, and I showed I could take out guys and be exciting with boxing needs.
Now, I got a question for you. We talked about this briefly before the show, but we talked about fighting to the level of your opponent. Now, to an extent, and I wonder, even in referring back to the Elko Garcia fight, and now here with the Brandon Bao fight, the jab seems to give you some difficulty in the early goings. But then in this fight, you seem to figure them out. You said you came out flat a little bit. What is the ticket? It seems that if someone were to try to beat Joey Hernandez, and that's only happened once, but if someone were to try to, maybe the script would be keeping the jab in your face. What do you say to that, and what's your solution moving forward?
Well, the first couple rounds, like I said, in this fight, in the Elko fight, how do I say it? After a couple rounds, I ended up adjusting to the jab. The jab's always a problem because I'm a shorter guy, and usually everybody in my weight class is taller. All my opponents are taller, but I adjust pretty quick. And after a couple rounds, I'm the type of guy that I fight different styles. I'm not a one mechanical type fighter, so I feel like I adjust, and I can show I can box, I can show I can punch. People told me, the commentators were saying they would like for me to box more. I do end up, my heart gets behind me, and I end up wanting to trade. And sometimes I feel like I lure him in, and that's how I caught this guy. But I have to keep my composure, and I do adjust pretty quick. But I feel like I'm coming around.
And actually,
everybody's talking.
Just to interrupt David a second, because it's something that Joey just alluded to, and it's something that I was already thinking about asking him. Your boxing skills, Joey. You're a good boxer to me. His best performance was against Ed Paredes, the first fight, which is the one that people were unfortunately not able to see on ESPN. They just saw the one that he got caught. But the first fight against Ed Paredes, he boxed beautifully. He did a tremendous job, and I thought you won every round except the one that you got dropped on and the one that they removed the point. And even with that round, I thought you won that round, so I gave it 9-9. But that said, Joey, you said people want to see you box a little more. Why, do you think it's something that you needed to prove to the critics that you do have some pop? That you're fighting that way lately?
I've heard it all, man. When I started my career 9-0 with 2 knockouts. My next 10, 11 fights, 9 been my knockout. So they used to tell me I couldn't punch, and I guess when I'm in the ring, I just see these guys are not on my level, and I just want to take them out. I don't want to go 10 rounds. But I did show I can box when I was fighting.
And we got to interrupt you a second, because this is Mark Randazzo's famous Sicilian vaca frita, which is my favorite, Joey. I don't know if have you had this yet?
No, I haven't.
Most people
Oh
have
my
not.
God.
We always say that this is a boxing during special.
Mark-
Maybe one day we can convince Mark to change the put on the
Joey
menu.
says that there's his favorite Italian joint, his favorite restaurant, but he hasn't had the Sicilian vaca frita yet. What's he gonna think after he eats this? If this was his favorite restaurant
If
already.
he likes it, his next pre-fight meal, I can make it for him with
There you go.
pasta.
Oh,
All right,
there you
So
go.
there's the carbohydrates with it.
There you go. That's what he needs.
I know he always carbs up there. And it's an honor to have him. I brag to everybody that he comes in. I got his picture going up on the wall.
Oh, how about that?
He's
That's
a
what's up. That's what's up.
future world champion
You
right
and,
here,
You and Joe DiMaggio.
and there's plenty of Joe DiMaggio to go around.
Yeah, exactly.
He's already a champion for us here. He's our champion.
That's awesome. So see,
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
we're not making this. This is all organic. This is happening as you're seeing it. Well, this is not scripted.
Exactly.
We're very proud of him. He's our champion already.
Thank you.
And I think I've known Joey Hernandez since he was about, like 10 years old.
Little
Coming
shit.
up to me telling me he was going to be a world champion one
Which
day.
meant what? You were 25 at that point.
I was like 32 at that point. But Mark, we're talking to Joey about how people were they were critiquing him early on, saying that he couldn't punch, and he starts winning fights, via knockout. Now they're saying Joey should go back to boxing, and Joey was talking about
But the
what
critics
would
are
say.
weird. When I boxed Elko, like I was 6'1", a 6'2" monster that it was like a nightmare that kept coming. I boxed my ass off, and they said I was running, and then I go and knock the guy out, and they say they want me to box. So it's like I showed I can do it, man. And when someone gets in front of me that makes me want to box, I'm gonna box, and to the end, I'm gonna keep knocking them out.
One of the things that I had wanted to talk about, you had mentioned that you will adapt to what you need to do, but you can be fun, and that's what you've really focused on lately, is putting on big shows. And it seems when Joey Hernandez gets in the ring, the crowd is behind him, the energy is there. The environment in the arena changes when you're in the ring.
Yes.
I want to transition and leading that into your belief that you deserve a world title fight, especially in South Florida. And there's a talk that the next weekend's fight against Cory Spinks and K9 Bundrage, that you would get the winner of that fight. Ideally, if it's Cory Spinks.
Of course.
You, as you say, you've got a flashy style. You've been knocking guys out. Is this the reason that you believe you're up for a world title fight? You can pack crowds. You're exciting. What is there's one thing that you can tell people why Joey Hernandez deserves that shot?
Man, well, I'm 27 years old. I'm young. I have a great record. I'm exciting. I feel like I'm TV friendly. Look at his face. And I fight, and I'm excited, man. What boxing really needs, they have these guys that are just rotating in a circle, and they're putting all the big guys that are just against each other, and they're not giving fighters like us opportunity to get on.
Shallow pool.
I know once I fight on a national television and a big network, I'm gonna get fans by the thousands, because I have that style that people like to see me. And usually people, when they do see me fight, they go back and see me again.
Right.
Win, lose, or draw, you're gonna get a fight from Joey. So people know that.
Yeah, and as you saw that happen in the third round when the punches started trading and everybody was on their feet and ultimately ended up in your win.
And
That's what boxing needs, a flashy fighter that's good looking, that's marketable. Joey may be
The new Randazzo.
We need a superstar. He fills the bill.
If two people go to the fight, two people tell a couple people, the next time I fight, people are coming to see this fight. And I do feel I have the intangibles one day to fill an arena on a larger level. I like exciting the crowd. I like coming out. And when there's people not there, I'm not into it. Once when I start hearing that Joey, you just feel it, man. It's a great feeling, and especially to have the hometown behind on your back.
Right. Now, Armando, we had mentioned we also had an interview with Omar Henry on Saturday night. A quick transition. Omar fought.
it takes a Sicilian vaca
Oh
frita.
yeah, get a little sample there. Omar fought a 10-round battle. I literally threw some of this guy. I forgot his name.
Fire.
What was his last name?
Good, huh?
Hell yeah. Omar Henry punishes this guy for 10 rounds. I cannot believe the guy never went down once.
The guy, everybody knows him on Twitter, follows him. Let's see what he had to say to you, David,
Yeah.
after his win, and then we'll ask Joey what he thinks. There's Omar Henry after his win on Saturday night.
You go a full 10 rounds tonight. Your conditioning is sharp, and it's obvious to everybody that you are ready for that next level. Tell us, what are you thinking right now?
I'm thinking I'm happy. I'm extremely happy that it went the distance. Actually, it was like a blessing in disguise. This guy was a tough guy, and actually he weighed more than me, so that's why I went the distance. They didn't get it right. It was actually like 158. It was 158, right? Yeah, 158 and 3/4. You know what I mean? And it was a blessing, actually. Like I said, most of my fights are first round knockouts, or I never been past 4. So it just shows everybody like, wow, this guy can, this guy can go 10 rounds, no problem, and actually getting a great sparring in with Floyd Mayweather helped me out and just heighten my condition even more. So it's a blessing. I'm glad I went to this.
All right. The obvious question, what's next?
Oh, man, I got like 3 fights lined up next. Don keep me on the active streak because I'll be fighting for the title this year. So I got a fight coming up the end of July. I got a fight in August. And then we might have a fight coming up in October as well. So, and then, the belt sometime later on in the year.
All right, beautiful. This is certainly not the last you've heard of Omar Henry. If you haven't heard from him yet, Omar Henry on Twitter. He'll be talking there all the time. One of the best guys to interact with his fans. Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you so much. And, shout out to all my fans on Twitter. I love y'all so much.
Omar Henry is a good fighter. We actually got along when we started talking. We knew of each other, but we started talking. He's a good fighter, but I do know that he's signed with Don King. He is in my weight class. He's on the fast ride, just like me. Right now, it doesn't make sense, but I know there will most likely be a matchup between me and him in the near future. He knows that. We both know that, and we both respect each other as a fighter because we both are good fighters. But we'll see how the career goes, and definitely I see that in the near future.
So while Joey Hernandez was winning on Saturday, Victor Ortiz was losing to Josesito Lopez and losing a lot of money. Because a lot of money went down that drain against Canelo Alvarez. David, it's a odd circumstance. Victor Ortiz loses once again. This time a legitimate reason, a broken jaw. But even during the fight, at least to me, he seemed distracted. He hit him behind the head at one point. What the hell is up with Victor Ortiz?
I don't know if the guy has a black cloud over his head or he's just most likely still a slight mental case, which is just unfortunate. Josesito Lopez, let's give him credit. He fought the fight of his life. What he also did, I believe he intentionally disrupted Victor Ortiz by infighting, pressuring him, pushing him against the ropes, hitting him to the body. I think that Ortiz was frustrated throughout the fight. He also probably didn't expect what he got when he fought Josesito Lopez. The guy fought the fight of his life. Is that a knock on Victor Ortiz? No. I think Victor Ortiz took everything that Lopez had to give and delivered just as well. He was winning on all 3 scorecards. I had him slightly ahead, not by the wide margins that were on some of the cards, but I thought it was a fight he was winning closely. But to the point about the broken jaw and how Victor Ortiz quit, I've seen message boards. Even Dan Rafael of ESPN has labeled Ortiz. This is the latest example of his quitting. It's interesting how when people say, oh, he broke his jaw, well, Ali fought through a broken jaw, or so-and-so fought through a broken jaw. Not every injury is the exact same injury. The guy couldn't close his mouth towards the end of the fight. You heard Victor Ortiz trying to talk. He's currently now got his jaw wired shut after 2 hours of surgery yesterday. I don't think the kid quit. I think he had a temporary lapse by keeping his mouth open, and that was a mistake because he saw the punch that probably took it from bad to worse. Victor Ortiz didn't quit in this fight, but what he did, the black cloud still remains over him. He misses out on a multi-million-dollar payday with Canelo Alvarez, and he's just in a world of hurt now, literally and figuratively.
Well, now Canelo Alvarez needs an opponent. Joey, you fight at 154. Why not? Let's step up and fight Canelo.
Oh, that's exactly what I told Don King at the post press conference. It's an exciting fight, and I feel like I'm ready for anything like that. I'm calling out all junior middleweights. If it's not him, it's Cory Spinks. If it's not Cory Spinks, then Angulo. I would love to fight Angulo also. But back to Canelo, it would be a great fight, and they say I look like Victor Ortiz. I have a lot much more balls. I'm a lot stronger, and you won't see me quit. I didn't really see the fight. I've heard about it. We did have a broken jaw, like he said. You have to respect that. I've never been in that situation. You can imagine getting hit with a broken jaw. It's not easy. But then again, like I said, it's just these circle of guys going around in the big fights and only getting the big fights. What makes me and Victor Ortiz different? You tell me. You see me fight, you see him fight. What makes him a better fighter than me? And what makes what he's done that I can't do? And one thing about me is I'm a no-quit type of guy. You see my only loss, and that's the only way I'm going to lose. Therefore, I'm ready for anything.
Before we let Joey Hernandez go, Cory Spinks fights Cornelius Bundrage on Saturday. If he wins, there's no boxing on Sundays. So Lord's Day. If he wins the fight, Joey, how do you envision a Cory Spinks Joey Hernandez fight going?
Well, it's a very tactical fight. The way I would fight Cory is putting it on him. He's already, I feel like he's past his prime. He's getting up there in age, and he don't have the power to stop me. And I feel like I'll be a powerhouse. I'll go right after him. He's not faster than me. We're both southpaws that are both counter punchers, but I'll bring the fight to him, and the fight won't go 12 rounds. He knows that. His trainer knows that. Anthony Ham was there. I can tell just by the look at their face. They don't want to fight me, man. They have to. The manager already set it up, and Don set it up, so we're just waiting for June 30th, and hopefully he wins.
But Joey, thanks a lot again for being on boxing during dinner. We're gonna let you go because we want to attack these plates of food.
Oh yeah.
We're hungry. We haven't even started. It's just the beginning. So Joey,
Thank
best
you,
of
man.
luck. Thanks
Appreciate
for being on
having me
boxing
here,
during
as
dinner
always.
once again.
Twinkle,
You guys-
baby. Check me out.
Joey, tell them before you go, where can they check you online?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at Joey Hernandez _. You can find me on Facebook. I also got a website, joeyhernandezboxing.com. Everything's updated, and check me out, man. I got Instagram too.
Ooh.
So you already know I'm all over the place.
Joey Hernandez, he's exiting, gonna join his family over there. But David,
I'm happy camper.
2 episodes this week. Joey Hernandez, Randall Bailey coming up next.
Yeah.
Watch for it.
I
Watch.
need my food, bro.